Hey guys! To commemorate my brother being in the mission field for 1 week, I've decided to tell one of my scariest mission stories. When you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you have the opportunity to serve as a missionary for the church. You go somewhere, you teach about the gospel of Jesus Christ, and then you come home. I had the opportunity to serve when I was 18. I went to Tijuana, Mexico for 2 years. Now my mission was called Tijuana, Mexico, but the actual cities I served in were Ensenada, Mexicali, and then I did serve in Tijuana for a little bit. Tijuana, Mexico is kind of a sketchy place sometimes, and the people are amazing. The culture is amazing. The food is amazing. But there were some times where I got into a little more trouble. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. And this is one of those times. It all starts with my companion, Elder Ivan Martinez, who I love. He's just this gentle, kind, but also super tough. And he's got your back. One day, Elder Martinez and I were walking down the street, and we were in an area of Tijuana that was a little bit farther on the outskirts of the city. And we were knocking on doors. You knock on doors to see if anybody wants to listen. Just, hey, you want to hear about Jesus Christ? No quiero, ya tengo una iglesia. Está bien, no quiero hablar de mi iglesia. But you just knock on doors, you just ask if they want to listen. They don't want to listen, then that's fine, you move on. So we happen to knock on this lady's door, and she answers, and we're like, we're members from the Church of Jesus Christ, and we want to share a message. And she was just like, yeah, come in. Awesome. We're super pumped. We just walk on in there. We're from the Church of Jesus Christ. We just start teaching them about how we believe that Jesus Christ restored his church through Prophet Joseph Smith. And it's a mom, her daughter, who's maybe a 10-year-old girl, and then a grandma who's just the sweetest old lady. And they're just listening, and they're just like, yes, this is awesome. And we're just like, would you like to learn more about this message? And they're like, please tell us more. And we're like, oh, yes. And so as a missionary, one of your goals is to invite people to come to church. We could teach to you all day, but the point of a missionary is to help someone be self-sufficient, self-reliant, spiritually speaking. A missionary can't visit you forever to make sure that you're living the gospel. So the point of a missionary is to give a man a fish so that he eats. No, teach a man to fish so that he can fish for himself and feed himself. We teach a man how to fish spiritually so that they can feed themselves. So now we're getting ready for this big invitation to invite them to church. And then this guy comes in from the back room, and he's just this big 8-foot tall giant. He's probably more like 6'2", 6'3". 8-foot tall giant just walks in, and you can tell from the moment you look in his eyes that he's high out of his mind. Who's this guy? And they're like, oh, ese es nuestro amigo. Amigo? Okay, está bien. And then he comes in and he speaks English, and he's like, hey, Americans, I speak English. Speak to me in English. And we're like, oh, hi, English. Thank you, I love English. And the family we're trying to teach doesn't understand. Oh, well, mister, we know that you love English, but we want to speak to the family in Spanish because they understand Spanish. And he's like, I understand English, so you should speak in English. And we're like, but we also want to speak in Spanish so that they understand. And he was getting kind of mad. And then the grandma was just like, hey, sit down. Fine, I'll sit down. And then they're like, hey, you were talking to us about church. Why don't you invite our friend to church? And so Ivan Martinez, just the bravest, kindest soul in the world, he just looks at this man and he's like, brother, we would like to invite you to come to church with us. And then this guy gets a scary look in his eye. And he looks at Elder Ivan, and he looks at me, and he goes, you know what? I invite you outside right now. I think those are fighting words. So my heart starts pounding, and I look at Elder Martinez, and then he looks at me, and we're just like, and then he stands up, just, like I said, 8 feet tall. I mean, maybe 6'1". 8 feet tall, and he's just like, I'll be waiting. And he just goes charging outside through the front door, and he's just waiting outside the front door, and he's just pacing back and forth. And so I'm just sitting there. I'm like, how are we going to get outside? We can't go out the door without him killing us, but we can't go out the back door because he'll probably kill us. And this family's just sitting there. And then the grandma's like, I'm so sorry. He's like this a lot. And I'm like, who is this guy? And she's like, oh, we found him on the street. He felt like he was knocked out, and so we gave him a room, and he's been staying at our house. We let this random dude come into your house, and you're taking care of him, and he's obviously not the nicest guy. And they're like, he's always like this. It'll be fine. Not only am I worried for this grandma, mother, daughter, living alone with this crazy guy, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna kill us. Just in straight of thought, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He comes in here, I think he's gonna punch us, but I don't know if I can run because if I'm gonna run fast enough, I'm gonna run faster than Ivan, but maybe Ivan wants to fight, but I don't know how to fight. I don't know how to fight anybody, but maybe God is strong enough so that I can just punch him and he'll just spiritually power him through the roof, but I don't even know if that's possible. Maybe he's gonna beat me up and I just have to take it because sometimes elders get beaten up because they're dumb and I'm just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Meanwhile, Elder Ivan Martinez is like, if he comes at us, I'll go for his knees and Elder Winch can run, and then I'll hit him in the throat and knock him out. Elder Martinez is a lot better at handling these kind of situations. As we're sitting here debating how we're going to get out of here, then this man comes, you can see him go through the side window, he goes through the back room and he grabs something. I don't know what it was, but he grabbed something, a mug. He grabbed a mug and he just comes in the room and he's just brandishing the mug and he starts charging us. And the room's pretty big, the room's like 15 feet, and so like I see him coming at us and I'm sitting on a chair. And I'm just staring at him, and I've never been so afraid in my life. My heart was pounding 1,000,000 miles per hour. I'm just looking at him in the eyes and I'm like, this is it. Like, he's going to hurt me. And I was just going to take it. The only defense I had, and I learned this in 3rd grade, water, you look at someone with puppy dog eyes. Please, don't hurt me. And he's just coming at us, and he's holding the mug. Ooh. And then suddenly, the old lady jumped from the couch, tackles him, and knocks him over. And as they're falling, she goes, "Run, kids, run!" So Elder Martinez and I stand up as we watch this old lady tackle the old man, this 40-year-old guy, this giant, to the ground. And the little girl just gets up. She hasn't said a thing this whole time, the little girl. She just gets up, walks up to the door, opens it, and says, "Thanks for coming." We look at the guy on the ground, and he's like, get off me, I'm gonna beat him. And so we walk out, and we walk home. That was probably the scariest thing that ever happened to me on my mission, like, where I genuinely was like, I'm gonna die. But I'm just so excited for my little brother. He's out there serving Jesus Christ, teaching people. And even if you're not Mormon, if you're not LDS, and if you don't believe what we believe, then missionaries are doing good. We help people clean their life up, overcome addictions. We help their families overcome marital problems. We help them read the scriptures. We help them learn how to pray again. We help them understand who Jesus Christ is and how through his atonement we can become clean of sin. And I'm so excited for my brother because he's given up everything. School, work, he's had offers for scholarships and stuff that he's turned down so that he can have this opportunity to serve God, to serve his brothers and sisters, to do good. And I'm just so proud of him. And I'm excited that I got to share this story with you guys, and then there will be more stories coming. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope you find opportunities to serve other people. Pray for and look for opportunities to do good. Okay, I'll see you guys later.